Hello everyone, today we are making a pizza but with chicken crust, and there's another recipe that we found, so we're doing both in the same video. A cheese crust. So this is for like if you're trying to low carb or something and you still really want pizza, you can do this and...
It's yummy.
Yeah.
We tried it.
Unless you add anything with carbs or anything, it's not going to have carbs in it, so it's pretty good. Although it's a lot of fat, which we're okay with.
Because we're trying to cut down on carbs.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Fat's easier to burn too, so.
So we have, for ease and quickness, we are using canned chicken. So we have 1 can of chicken. We had our cheese frozen, so it kind of got crumbly when we were grating it. So it kind of doesn't look exactly beautiful, but it's still going to cook the same. So we're going to use a cup of cheese.
The difference is this is a shred. This is what it's supposed to look like versus a clump. They're going to melt the same if you shred your own cheese. It's just we bought a lot in bulk.
So we have a cup of mozzarella, and then we're going to just use a half a cup of the Colby Jack. Oops. Like that. And then we need an egg, Shane.
An egg. So I'm going to crack it.
And then basically whatever spices you like. So we're going to use pepper. That's not quite enough.
Mom likes to crack it into the lid and then pour the lid out and everything all at once.
So we're going to use garlic powder. And we tend to like garlic, so we use extra.
And
then onion powder.
A little bit of parsley.
We like it flavorful.
Yeah.
And we need some salt too, Shane.
There we go. That's good with me. And here's some salt. You can use kosher salt, you can use Himalayan salt, you can use table salt, whatever. This is just what my mom bought. She bought a big thing of it, and so we use this.
I saw it at Sam's Club. What can I say?
Sam's Club, good deals.
Then you're going to stir it up. Super easy if you ask me. Alright, so once you have that all mixed up, then you literally pour it on the baking dish with parchment paper. So I have it on the parchment paper now. And you literally just smush it out like you're making a round pizza. And you kind of do it thin, right, Shane?
Mm-hmm.
Ed? Alright, there we go. Now we're going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes on 400. Alright, so now we're going to show you the other crust. It's just as easy. The only real difference is 2 eggs and no chicken.
Are we doing slightly more cheese, or is that just the amount of cheese we have?
2 cups of cheese, but we're going to use more because we need some of the mozzarella for the top. So we're going to use more of this cheese for this one. Okay, he's making it into a pizza crust. Gonna smush it out in a round shape, like pizza crust.
Okay, so I have this pan here, and we're gonna just make an Alfredo sauce. It's my own Alfredo sauce. No, it is not traditional, and it actually veers off from the American version even. So I have a little bit of butter going here, and I'm just gonna let it melt and start to bubble. And then after that, we have some minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic. You can use even dried garlic, but I'd like to use extra garlic. So I get a good heaping spoon, and I throw that in there. So it'll start to bubble and sizzle, and it'll be very, very fragrant. And once you're done with that, you get to, I like to use heavy cream. I shake it around before every time I use it. And it'll look like that, and I just pour a little bit at a time, making sure that I don't do too much all at once. I like to regulate the amount that I use and get it mixed in. I was going to say intermixed, but you know, it's the same thing.
And for this, you don't need as much as you would for pasta because it's just for the pizza crust.
Yeah. And if it gets too hot, as you can see, there's a bunch of bubbles, meaning it's going to boil and scald. Not scold, but scald. It means basically burning to the pan. We don't want that, so we're turning it down a little. And just get the heat to where you need it, to where it bubbles alright. We're going to use this whole thing because we ran out of heavy cream, so it's fine. And we're going to just stir this around. And then when you're ready to take some cheese, we have this. You can use the pre-shredded parmesan or something. When we're ready to use the cheese, we'll take this. I'm going to shred some of this in here. And it's really an eyeball kind of thing for me. That's how I make my sauces. If I was doing it professionally, I would probably get it down to a recipe and measurements and stuff. But today, we're just eyeballing it. Then set that aside, and then we'll mix this in. The heat is off, so while I stir this, the residual heat is what's going to keep it melting and that kind of thing. And say if it gets too cold while you're doing this and it won't melt or something, just turn it on low to medium and keep it going, kind of thing. Now this, I add a little bit more garlic powder. I know we put minced garlic, but I like the garlic powder taste, so. And then I put onion powder, not traditional, but it's something I do. And then I also put black pepper. You could use white pepper, but I don't buy that. I just use the black pepper. They do have slightly different tastes, but it's not anything of concern. I think that'll be enough. And then just a pinch, a good quality pinch of salt, and that'll be fine. And then you mix this all in, let it dissolve, and you'll have a sauce.
Look at this deliciousness. So for today, we have some stir-fry-ish vegetables that we cooked for Mother's Day yesterday. And it's
mushrooms, onions, peppers, and some tomatoes.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to use. First, we need to get Shane's Edwards homemade sauce on here.
At this point, it's fine. We're gonna take a good scoop and.
I think you need a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be careful with this.
Here, you want me to spread it?
Yeah, go ahead. Spread it out to the edges. This is supposed to be like a thin crust pizza. If you want more sauce, go for more sauce. I went for a thinner sauce because I figure it's going to stick to it.
How's that?
I think that's alright. And then our hands are clean, so I'm just going to go and grab this and put a good smattering of it.
So we want it good so we can taste it on everything.
You got the cheese?
White cheese?
Whatever you like.
And then we're going to put more cheese because that's what this recipe is all about.
I mean, the main focus here is to substitute carb, you know, and get extra protein in your diet.
How's that look?
That looks alright to me.
Is that enough cheese?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you put it in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes on broil because it's supposed to just heat up
on the high setting or?
Yeah. All right, here is our cheese crust. Doesn't that look pretty? I'm so excited to try it.
It looks like cheese pizza by itself.
It really does. Or like garlic cheesy bread.
Yeah, garlic cheesy bread. And now we're gonna put more cheese on there.
More cheese, because it's all about the fat.
Cheese. Yes, this is high in calories, but if you actively work out, just burn them off.
Yep. And if you're not getting carbs, it's better. So on this one, we're going to put a little bit of bacon bits. And we'd rather have regular bacon, but right now this is what we got, so.
We didn't want to take the time to run to the store kind of thing.
Right.
Okay, we got all this cheese here, and then this will go in the oven for about the same time, right?
Between 5 and 10 minutes, just to basically melt the cheese on top and heat all the, this just has bacon, so heat the bacon up.
This is, and like we said, it's broiling on high.
Look what we have here, folks. Are these not the most prettiest things you've ever seen? We are going to let it cool a little bit. Shane has cut this one. He's going to cut this one, but we're going to let it cool because this one, just came out. It's fiery hot. So we'll do the taste test momentarily. So when he cuts it party style.
Okay, so this one's cooled down. My mom is handing me more. This one's cooled down, so I'm gonna try it. It's a little floppy, and if it's too floppy for you kind of thing, don't use the parchment paper and try using it with the metal.
And see if that gets it
See
crunchier.
if it does any better. Yeah.
But it still tastes really good.
It still tastes good, but like, see, I have to prop it up. But these, it's
There we go. What do you think?
that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You wouldn't really know any different, I think. I mean, if you're really looking for a difference, there's a difference, right? But if you don't care and you're just wanting that pizza fixed, this is gonna do it.
And there you have it.
Thanks for watching.